No, I'm squashing your head. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo. And another hell of a week. Star Wars is creeping up on us, and that means all kinds of plastic. But first, I wanted to address a couple of comments of, man, you're just excited about everything. Why are you so upbeat about every toy you talk about? You want to know my secret? I only talk about stuff I like, or at least stuff that I find interesting. I'm too old for negative crap. So if I'm talking about it during the weekly, it's because it's come across my news feed, or I've actively went out and sought the pictures and everything because I want to buy it myself. And you may think I buy everything, but I don't. I really don't. I want to, but I can't. Don't get me wrong, I will let my gripes be known, my complaints, but at the end of the day, I like to focus on what I actually enjoy, what will bring me happiness, make me joyful. Even if it's stuff I don't know, and there's a lot I don't know, but there's a lot I find interesting, like the Bandai Warhammer, what's it called? Primaris Intercessor. I've seen the miniatures for a long time, but that's the extent of my knowledge. But you know what? I do like big honkin' mech suits. And now that we're seeing this prototype in all its painted glory, with its delicious golds and its lickable blue, I mean, just look how deep that blue is. You just wanna... It makes it that much more enticing. Not to even mention that the thing can get down. I mean, the articulation scheme for something this big and bulky, I'll have to give this a go. It's just too pretty. It's just too tempting. Hopefully the final paints look at least close to this, but it's Bandai, so I have a little faith. 8 inches tall, no info on this whatsoever. No solicitation, no price. But we'll be watching. Ever watching. The Fortnite action figure train just keeps on rolling. A couple of weeks ago, Amazon debuted the Jazzwares Legendary Series Wave 2 with Tomato Head and DJ Yonder, which you could order. And then from other outlets, we got pictures, but no order for Leviathan and Jonesy. Target put up abstract, so did Amazon, but you couldn't order it. And then the back of the package lists Valkyrie. Such a weird rollout of a wave. I mean, what? It's just, here's the wave. But no, here's this, and here's this, and here's this. Because earlier this week, at Walmart, I found Series 2. Part of it. I picked up Jonesy and Leviathan because I got Yonder and Tomato Head from Amazon. Still no pictures of Valkyrie at all, and no abstract. But now we're seeing pictures of a Walmart exclusive crack shot. I like the look of this. I'm enjoying the Jazzwares line. They're fun little figures. But even this, you could get a couple of them, decorate for Christmas. There you go. Also being found at Walmart is the Deluxe Omega in 2 flavors. He comes with a bunch of separate armor bits that apparently go onto him. I want to see it all armored up, and I want to hear about how durable that is. But McFarlane's not just sitting on the Fortnite sidelines going, hey, you're doing great. We ain't putting anything out. Here's the solicitation for the shopping cart. So metallic, so carty, so wheelie. It's a nice looking shopping cart, but if it were by itself, I'd probably go, meh, shopping cart, but it's not by itself. It includes Fireworks Team Leader and then War Paint Jonesy. Cuddle Team Leader is still my favorite Fortnite offering from McFarlane, and I think that was the first one I got. I just love that figure. So to see it in different colors here, ooh, best of all, it's $40 on Amazon right now. That's essentially the cost of 2 figures. You get a free shopping cart. Now, granted, each figure only comes with 1 weapon. Doesn't come with harvesting tools, doesn't come with back blings, but shopping cart, right? It's set to drop at the end of October, and while you're on Amazon, go ahead and throw a pre-order in for Peely, because it's Peely and a shopping cart and a banana. I just thought about that. You can put your groceries in the grocery shopping cart. This week, Kyoto solicited their amazing Yamaguchi War Machine, and I don't know if I can deal with these emotions. I mean, seriously, look at this thing. It's a comic book brought to life, because in the real world, if this were a person in a suit like this, it wouldn't be able to move like these pictures show. I love how the company is sacrificing just a little bit of range of movement to evolve the Revoltech joints to make them less gappy, more aesthetically pleasing. I mean, you remember the first ones where it was like you pop the arm out and suddenly it's just floating off into space? Not anymore. They're doing a great job of integrating all the articulation into it, making it one solid piece, but still giving it a crazy amount of movement. Not even to mention the weapon loadout here, to the teeth. It's got the swooshes and the whooshes and the kablammies and the and those will go anywhere you want. You stick them all over the place. He just looks like, well, a war machine. Finally though, it's a perfect companion piece to the amazing Yamaguchi Bleeding Edge Iron Man. They just look fantastic together. I have the Iron Man. I love it. It may be my favorite Iron Man. This very well could be my favorite war machine once it comes out. Up for pre-order right now, $65, hits in February. Medicom has been on a tear lately with their MAFEX line, at least compared to years past. Remember, it was like, well, we get a MAFEX this month and then wait a couple months and then get another MAFEX. Nope. There's a lot of Spider-Mans, there's a lot of Batmans, there's Michael Jordan. It's just like they're bang, 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 bang. And they're not stopping. In some boardroom somewhere, they said, hey, let's give Aquaman an enemy to fight, and while we're at it, let's boo, knock it out of the park. I love the sculpt of it, I love the bulk of it, I love the proportions of it, I love the differing sheens on the black. There's some shiny, there's some matte, it just plays beautifully in action figure form. And since this doesn't have an unmasked head, even though it probably should, I'd worry that Medicom would mess it up anyway, because they're not quite there. They're not quite Figuarts level. Hell, they're not quite Hasbro level with their printed heads yet. But they do make up for it in accessories like the blades, the knife, the sword, the shooting harpoon, the hands, and then surprise blast effects. And I only say surprise because it's been a while since I've seen Aquaman and I completely forgot about the blasty blasts. So there he goes. Yeah. The only thing missing are eye blasts though. That would be awesome. Oh well, and an alternate head. A figure that does get an alternate head. You hear that transition? Maybe I'm finally figuring this whole thing out. Get it? Figuring it out. It's a bit within a bit. Is the MAFEX Chucky from Child's Play 2. I'll be honest, I've never seen any of the Child's Plays all the way through. Or the Friday the 13th. Or Halloween. Or Hellraiser. And up until a couple of years ago, the only Nightmare on Elm Street I had seen was Dream Warriors, and that was back when I was a teenager at a church party. I'll see myself out now. Either way, good toy looks like good toy, and even though I'm seeing a lot of comments of people sticking with their NECA version, which is apparently fantastic, I can't help but look at this and think, that's interesting, especially with the use of cloth. He comes with 3 alternate looks, a hammer, a bat, a couple of knives, a yardstick, and an alternate right arm with embedded blade. On top of all that, like I mentioned, he has cloth goods overalls, and apparently that adds a lot to the price. Fabric is a hot commodity at factories. While Black Manta is $70, Chucky weighs in at about $90 for a tiny pair of overalls. Whew! And then both are scheduled for June. Pre-orders have opened for the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates line, consisting of Raphael, a foot soldier, Baxter Stockman, and Splinter. I've seen a lot of people's posts about the weapons rack ruining their day because you have to clip out the weapons yourself, and it may leave nubs, it may leave unpainted parts, it may destroy resale value. But I have heard rumblings of the figures coming with another set of at least their main weapons loose in the package or something. I don't know, that's just the word on the internet. I'm good either way. I've bought model kits for more than this that it required a lot more cutting. But I understand if you're not into model kits, then that's not your thing. The Plunderlings Kickstarter is still going strong, and to keep the momentum going, the Feral line stretch goals have been revealed. Cheddar is so cute with his mohawk and bat, and it looks like the mohawk's a separate piece. Can you interchange that onto other Plunderlings? And then Zombone can't help but be adorable in his bone mask. So if you haven't yet, get over there, get pledging. Let's get to all the stretch goals because I need as many different colors as I can get of these. After what feels like an eternity, because 1 toy development year equals 3 human years, Storm Collectibles has solicited their Injustice Gods Among Us Lobo, and this bastard looks frackin' amazing. Sure, the proportions are a little bit wacky, but that's the style here. Great detail sculpt, wonderful paint job. Hopefully the finished product looks like this, and it being Storm, I can only guess that it's gonna move all around. This would be my fighting style in a game like Injustice. It comes with 3 heads, cigar chomping, smiling, and serious, and 2 different hair pieces, swept forward and flowing back. I kinda miss that sometimes. kinda. Alternate hands, shotgun, chain with hook, cigar. $99 releases sometime early next year. But that's not all. Storm Collectibles also announced a couple of New York Comic Con Mortal Kombat exclusives. There's smoke with alternate hands, some bombs, a couple of effects, a spear, and his force-fed bomb fatality. Also, here's Blood Edition Scorpion with blood effects, spear, axe, and alternate masks. And remember, New York Comic Con's next week, so we're gonna be seeing a lot of stuff on top of it being Froce Friday, but something else shown a while back, but just making it to market, is the Bandai S.H. Figuarts Black Panther King of Wakanda edition. Not exactly what we've gotten before. There's some subtle changes, but the biggest being an unmasked head for T'Challa, and then a couple of hands. The texture and design work is really neat, and the purple is extremely eye-catching, but when you start looking at the body itself, the proportions, something seems a little bit off. On top of that, it's another Soul Web exclusive that's just the body, an alternate head, a couple of hands. I don't know. When I first saw this, I thought, ooh, and the more I looked, it was more like, eh. About $70, you'll have to go to the third-party sites of your choosing and get it ordered, and it comes out in February. The Mattel Jurassic Park Amber Collection Velociraptor has been found at GameStop, so if you've been excited about 6-inch scale raptors in your collection, go get it, or go look for it, because it's GameStop, so it's probably here, not so much here. And now get to the human characters. I'm interested in seeing how Mattel does on the actual finished product of those. Also found at GameStop is the fan channel exclusive Marvel Legends Punisher War Machine. Now, Hallmaster extraordinaire Cincy Nerd found this. He moved down to some magical spot in Texas. He's always finding stuff. I watch his videos and it's like, what? Go over there, check out his toy hauls, they're amazing. But after his initial find, this figure has also been found in other states, at other GameStops, and the thing about it here is it hasn't been officially announced yet. It hasn't been solicited. It hasn't even been revealed. It was on some rumored leak list, I think, but with New York Comic Con being next week, I'm sure there it will be officially revealed. That's too many quotes. You can't go the whole sentence with them. And then finally, after months and months of drought, months and months of going to panels and being told, well, we can't really show anything, but it'll be cool, the floodgates are finally opening for new Star Wars 6-inch action figures. Before getting into the Froce Friday stuff, though, we saw pictures this week of the European convention exclusive, I can't remember what, the Marvel Comics Skywalker Strikes Luke Skywalker. Finally, a ceremonial / comic book style Luke Skywalker. And it looks great! It comes with a lightsaber, a blaster, a training ball with a shot and blast helmet, and then the Journals of Ben Kenobi book and case. This is an awesome set. I've read some of the Marvel Comics stuff. I didn't read anything with the Journals of Ben Kenobi, but it's a cool little get with the figure. It will be available at Comic-Cons in Europe like London, Berlin, Paris, Lucca, Barcelona, and Madrid, and there are rumors that it may make it to other places somehow. But if you're not into all the bells and whistles and extras that this comes with, the Ceremony Luke will be available in, not the next one, is it the next one? I don't know, one of the upcoming standard Black Series waves. Moving on to Froce Friday though, yesterday Hasbro had a live stream and just... There is a lot, and there is also a lot of stuff that doesn't really appeal to me. Red, white, I don't care, just give me the toy inside. I mean adult collectibles. I'll have to get used to that. Anyway, next week at Froce Friday, available from most retailers, is The Mandalorian in all his Mandalorian goodness. Kylo Ren from The Rise of Skywalker. We're going to talk about Kylo Ren a lot here in the next few minutes, so buckle up. I may say it a few times, but hey, is this the same figure we've bought several times with a new hat on? The second Sister Inquisitor figure, looking amazing. I love armored characters. And then there is Rey in her new Rise of Skywalker, slightly different costume, but an amazing looking photo real face. Some people saying it's super off. Y'all crazy. There's the Off-World Jawa that I have heard is a body underneath without the plastic robes, which I'm excited about, but I actually haven't seen it because I'm avoiding spoilers. Yes, spoilers for an action figure, not the actual plot of anything. You have your priorities, I have mine, okay? There's Janna from Rise of Skywalker, I hope I said that right, but again, no spoilers, so I had no clue who this was, but it makes for a very dynamic looking action figure. There's a lot going on here. A First Order Stormtrooper, meh. Cara Dune from The Mandalorian. I'm gonna have to get an extra one of these to put with my eventual 6-inch movie-style Deadpool, right? Right. And then there's Cal Kestis from the Jedi Fallen Order video game. Now, besides the standard packaging, there is first edition packaging for most of these, which is essentially switching the black to white. Cool, I guess. Again, nifty for those of you who collect variations and different packaged pieces, but it's not for me. But that's not the only variations. There is also the carbonized collection that is metallic looking figures that are exclusive to certain retailers. The Target exclusive Mandalorian doesn't seem to benefit from it at all. I've seen the trailers. I think of this look as more down and dirty. And while I'm okay with armor bits getting a slightly metallic look, sheen to it, whatever, the actual cloth and stuff, nope, I don't think this works for me. Of course, I may think different when I walk in and actually, if I ever do see it, and think, the Mandalorian's cool. The extra sheen on the GameStop exclusive Second Sister Inquisitor, though, that's tempting. It's all armor bits. It's all extra shiny. You take a clean look and make it even cleaner. I'm probably gonna get it. Same goes for the Walmart exclusive First Order Jet Trooper. It's a pearlized look to the armor. It just enhances the overall look. Although I don't know what the company on his chest is advertising, but Trooper's gotta make side credits, I guess. If I'm gonna fall for any of them, though, it'll probably be the Amazon exclusive Sith Trooper. I don't know if it's even accurate to the look of anything in the film, but the Hot Rod Red just sings. Buy me. Although I wonder what it would look like with some gold on certain parts and pieces. Stark Trooper. Oh, but we ain't done. GameStop also has an exclusive Purge Stormtrooper. Basically, one night a year, this guy gets to go around and do whatever he wants in the galaxy with no consequences whatsoever. Did somebody already make that joke already? Sorry. I'm trying to make fun of it, try to make myself not want it as bad as I do, but it's a black Stormtrooper with some red. It's got some different parts and pieces. It's going on the shelf. But is this the exclusive figure that comes with the pre-order for Jedi Fallen Order? Which I still need to pre-order because I want to play the game, plus I want the figure, but I just found out this week that there is a remaster of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 coming out at the same time. You guys may not see me through November, December, maybe even January. Who knows? Back to Star Wars, though. There's one more exclusive listed down here, and it's the Target exclusive Elite Snowtrooper. Hey, that Snowtrooper raided Leia's wardrobe. Get him. That's all the promotional shots Hasbro actually sent us, but during the live stream, they apparently showed a C-3PO with Chewbacca's bandolier and then Babu Frick? What in the Babu Frick is a Babu Frick? Notice the use of Forlom's arms and hands here. Oh, there's another exclusive. I got further down the list. GameStop seems to have opened up pre-orders for a Commander Fox. Again, this is off the rumored list, hasn't been officially revealed yet. Next week's New York Comic Con. But I'm thinking this is fan channel. It should be available in more places. I originally planned to stop it there, but today just keeps on going. Bluefin has revealed the next couple of Star Wars action figure model kits, and should have known that there would be some rehash, and I say rehash because it's not all reuse. The pics are small, but you get the idea. There's a BB-8 with Dio set. To make it feel more worth it, they also include a Dio with your Dio. But actually getting closer and looking at it, it seems BB-8 has a new panel or a new disc part. You can see through to the inner workings or something, so that's something different, right? The First Order Stormtrooper comes with different shoulder pauldrons, comes with blasters, comes with the riot baton and shield. This just seems like, hey, here's this kit again. And then there's Kylo Ren again. Get used to the barrage of Ren. This seems to be the mystery kit that Big Bad Toy Store posted a few weeks ago at $38. Man, I was really hoping for something different, but the Kylo Ren isn't just a straight reuse. It is a different sculpt from the first model kit, but it's still Kylo's overall appearance, all in black. We get his helmet back. Is that a cheesecake cloth like we saw with Phasma? No. Most interesting, though, is the lightsaber with the swoosh effect, with the But I may skip these because just today Bandai posted promotional shots of their S.H. Figuarts Star Wars Rise of Skywalker figures. It was pretty easy to guess who Tamashii Nations would make, and boy, they didn't veer off course. After the Sith Trooper was revealed over the summer, you knew we were going to get one from S.H. Figuarts. No question whatsoever. But is it different enough from what we're getting from like Hasbro? I mean, yes, the Figuarts purists will say, yeah, because they're so much better, but are they? Are they really? Okay, it's probably sharper and everything else, but I can buy 3 Hasbros for the price of this. If I want an army build, I'm gonna go whoop to Hasbro. But I'll probably get one of these to at least give it a shot, give it a try, and then, you know, be the leader of the little squad of Sith troopers, if they're squads of Sith troopers. And here he is again. Here is Kylo Ren. But the Figuarts version seems a little updated, a little edgier. Is it the cloth cape? Is it the hood? Does it make him look more menacing? I think out of all of them, I'm most tempted by the S.H. Figuarts version. And I'm glad to see the mask back. When we lost it in the last movie, I was kind of like, well, it looked cool. And then it's woo, back. Yay! But if you glance real quick, haven't we bought this figure a couple times before? The body and unmasked head kind of looks like the Last Jedi version. You put the mask on, sure, you're missing the long robes underneath, but then you get the Force Awakens version, but it's all kind of tweaked to be the Rise of Skywalker version. Am I just buying a cape here? I guess the same could be said for Rey too. I mean, it is a different sculpt, but it's kind of an amalgam of her different looks from the Force Awakens and the Last Jedi, all in lighter colors. Which is cool. It shows some continuity, but at the same time, do we already have this figure? We don't, but you know what I mean. And while I do like the white, I really, really like the hood. Just for that alone, I'll probably go with this version too, and I'll still end up with the Black Series because of the head, but I don't know. The hood just adds something. It brings her full into Jedi, maybe. Or Assassin's Creed. Either way, it works for me. But you get to the weapons and it's par for the course. It's Rey's blaster, it's Rey's lightsaber, it's Rey's lightsaber hilt, it's Rey's staff. I think I have a box full of these exact weapons by now. But she also comes with Dio. I'm still finding this interesting. I'll probably be more attached to it once I see the movie. It's cool, but at the moment it's just like, hey, it's a wheelie, just wheelie. No solicitation yet. That goes up at the end of next week during the whole Force Friday event, and I'm guessing these will release sometime in November or December. Will we see more next week though? Maybe, because this picture is floating around. We saw the Emperor a while back along with the Figuarts Zero Royal Guards at a show during one of the, hey, we've got all these prototypes, but don't take pictures and don't show anybody because we don't know when we're gonna actually release them. Now, like I said, the Royal Guards seem to be Figuarts Zero, which means no articulation. At least that's how they were tagged at that show, and then the Emperor seems to be solid from the waist down, but he does have arm movement. With the ominous laugh during the trailer being the Emperor, are we going to see this for solicitation next week or sometime close around the movie release when that spoiler's out of the way, if it's a spoiler? I don't know. But the timing's kind of weird because Hasbro at the moment is in the process of releasing their Black Series Emperor with Throne. That's it for this week. That's it. You know, just a little bit. As always, all the pictures here will be uploaded to an article on the Fwoosh front page at noon tomorrow. That way, if you want a closer look, you want to see where to pre-order this stuff, you want me out of the way and to shut up, you can do that all on the Fwoosh. Like I said, next week is New York Comic Con at the same time as Triple Force Friday. The Marvel panel is next Thursday, but there's an embargo on saying anything until about 6:30 Eastern time. So that's when the Marvel stuff will go up. We'll talk about it Friday. That'll be Force Friday, bunch of toys coming out, but the actual Star Wars reveals at New York Comic Con is Sunday. I don't know, whatever. Either way, it's gonna be a big weekend. Come on back, we'll chat about some toys. Adult collectibles. So if you enjoyed this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on Fwoosh.